First, we'll talk about the origin of the Bridgewater Township. As I found in the History of Washtenaw County, published in 1881, and the Atlas of Washtenaw County, 1874, and kind of combined for me a little bit so we'll know where we started from. Bridgewater originally formed a part of Dexter, as did Manchester, Sharon, Freedom, Lima, Scioto, Webster, Sylvan, Linden, and the settled portions of the unorganized counties of Jackson and Livingston. In the year 1832, the inhabitants of Bridgewater and Manchester resolved to organize a township called Hickson, probably because Squire Hickson was the first known settler of this town. Hickson comprised in township 4 south of Range 4 east and was organized into a separate township by the name of Bridgewater, and the remainder of Hickson Township organized in 1837 under the name of Manchester. George Howe gave the name of Bridgewater to the township in honor of a village of the same name in Oneida County, New York. Petition to Legislative Council passed, and the name Bridgewater went into effect in the summer of 1832. We were fortunate to locate a drawing at the Register of Deeds office in Ann Arbor showing the territory of Bridgewater as it was surveyed in 1819 with a total acreage of 22,997.67 acres in 36 sections. Hatcher Graduate Library in Ann Arbor was kind enough to arrange for us to have a map of Bridgewater reproduced and enlarged, showing Bridgewater Township with its landowners in 1856. These 2 maps are the oldest which we were able to locate. Ruth Davis has kindly donated maps of Bridgewater for the years 1874 and 1895. Karen Whitmire has had the latest plat map of Bridgewater for the year 1987 reproduced and framed. So perhaps you would like to look at them later to see who lived where, when. And these are the maps which we have on the wall up here. Bentley Library Audit Book of Bridgewater shows paying surveyors in 1833 through 1841. And our minute book shows where surveyors were paid from 1841 through 1892. Now, I also found in this History of Washtenaw County, published in 1881, some first events which might be interesting to some of us. First birth was Henrika Hickson, who in later years married Reverend D. Hedsey, of Three Rivers. First marriage was Dennis Lancaster and Harriet Frederick, and the ceremony was performed by Howell B. Norton. First death was Miss Thomas Bolton, buried on the bank of the Raisin in section 21. First settler was Daniel Hickson. First log cabin, Daniel Hickson. First frame house was Daniel Brooks. First frame barn, Reverend Robert Powell in 1834. The first district schoolhouse built in section 28 in 1834, and Norman L. Conklin was the historian. It was the teacher. First sawmill erected on the east bend of the river by Jacob Gilbert in 1834. The first grist mill built by William W. Allman in 1857. The first church erected on section 1 in 1855 for German Lutherans. Reverend Mr. Falks was the pastor.